Hey, everybody. Today's Monday, October 13th, 2025. Are you surprised by this?
No.
Good. You had a look of surprise on your face.
Sure, yeah, I do a lot of looks.
Or it was something else. I wasn't sure. I mean, it could have been. Who knows?
I have a lot of looks.
Yeah, you sure do. Now, we're going to get into a little politics today.
That I'm also not surprised by.
What was it? You did the same face again.
Yeah, I know. It's ironic detachment.
Show Art what the face was. He probably wasn't looking. And you put it right up to the microphone for some reason. That's weird. Okay.
Anyway. You want everyone to hear his face.
Oh, I guess so.
For some reason, I thought there was going to be glizzies involved today.
Glizzies?
Yeah.
No.
This is like basically lunchtime.
It's 10:25 in the morning.
It's closer to lunch than breakfast.
Not for Steve.
No, I haven't even eaten breakfast yet.
You should probably get on that.
I got to go to the gym first. Mm-hmm. But a few of the topics we're going to cover. One of them involves the gubernatorial race in California. And the front runner.
Is that what we're doing right now?
Yeah.
Really?
The front runner
do the other thing
for the Democrats, which obviously they're going to win the state because they haven't had a Republican since Reagan, I think.
No, Schwarzenegger was Republican.
Was he a Republican?
Yes, he is.
Oh, but it was a registered Democrat.
No, he's just he's a more progressive Republican, but he's not fully, saying Republican, but the other way. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, but it's definitely been a hot minute.
Oh, a hot minute.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to a slow minute or a cold minute.
Mm-hmm.
You kids with your fancy sayings, I don't get it. But we're going to watch a video of this gubernatorial frontrunner. This is an interview. I don't remember what network it was from.
Might just be like YouTube.
Well, it's going to show up. No, it was in the major news now, like ABC or something like that. I wasn't exactly sure, but let's pop that on. Mm-hmm. Take a little look-see.
What do you say to the 40%
CBS News.
of California voters who you'll need in order to win, who voted for Trump? How would I decide?
Nope.
What the heck happened?
What the heck?
There we go.
What do you say to the 40% of California voters who you'll need in order to win, who voted for Trump?
How would I need them in order to win, ma'am?
Well, unless you think you're going to get 60% of the vote. You think you'll get 60%. Everybody who did not vote for Trump will vote for you. That's what you're
In a general election, yes. If it is me versus a Republican, I think that I will win the people who did not vote for Trump.
What if it's you versus another Democrat?
I don't intend that to be the case.
So how do you not intend that to be the case? Are you going to ask them not to run?
No, I'm saying I'm going to build the support. I have the support already in terms of name recognition. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to do the very best I can to make sure that we get through this primary in a really strong position. But
so you don't
I
think
feel like this is
pause that for just a sec?
argumentative.
Sure
What is your...
So I just want to put out there, and I said this a second ago. I have no idea who this is. Granted, I'm not in California or voting for her.
I have seen this interview.
But name recognition tends to mean that people, even outside your state, should know your name. So,
right.
Never heard of her.
Well, that grows.
Well, plus you don't follow politics.
Right.
Some.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not looking at California because what is California doing for us in New York?
Yeah.
Right. But anyway.
All right, let's finish this one up.
Yeah.
What is your question?
The question is the same thing I asked everybody, that this is being called the empowering voters to stop Trump's power grab. Every other candidate has answered this question. This is not
Correct. And I said I support it.
So, and the question is, what do you say to the 40% of voters who voted for Trump?
Oh, I'm happy to say that. It's the do you need them to win part that I don't understand. I'm happy to answer the question as you have it written, and I'll answer it.
And we've also asked the other candidates, do you think you need any of those 40% of California voters to win? And you're saying, no, you don't.
No, I'm saying I'm going to try to win every vote I can. And what I'm saying to you is that...
Well, to those voters, okay, so you...
I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to call it. Okay. Thank you.
You're not going to do the interview with us?
Nope, not like this. I'm not. Not with 7 follow-ups to every single question you ask.
Every other candidate has answered.
I don't care.
Follow-ups.
I don't care. I want to have a pleasant, positive conversation in which you ask me about every issue on this list. And if every question you're going to make up a follow-up question, then we're never going to get there. I don't want to have an unhappy experience with you. And I don't want this all on camera.
I don't want to have an unhappy experience with you either. I would love to continue to ask these questions so that we can show our viewers what every candidate feels about every one of these issues that they care about. And redistricting, it's a massive issue. We're going to do an entire story just on the responses to that question. And I've asked everybody the same follow-up questions.
Well, she ends up actually calling the interview.
Yeah.
And not doing it.
But they saw that footage.
Oh yeah, I don't want this on camera. You're at a fucking news agency.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't want it on camera? And everything you've done so far has been on camera.
And the reporter wasn't argumentative at all,
Not at all.
or any out of line questions.
Yeah,
She just didn't want to.
the little bit that we got, it seemed fine.
Yeah, I don't understand.
She was argumentative right away as soon as she said she needed the Trump, some support from Trump voters.
So the way that you answer that question as the Democratic candidate is you say, I would like their vote and their support, but I'm trying to build my support within the people that I know like what I'm saying. But of course, I would love their support, right? So that's an easy answer.
And I'm going to do everything I can to get their vote as well.
That's a low ball.
Yeah,
I'm going to be hitting the campaign trail and talking to all these people and see what they want.
Hopefully I can convince some of them instead of just being like, why do I want them? I don't want to address that question. Like that's weird.
The whole thing was weird. That's the first thing I saw of this chick, and then I looked further into it. And then there's this other clip of her doing, it must be some kind of Zoom meeting or something.
Sure.
And one of her staffers is behind her.
Nice.
So let's, this might skip ahead a bit. Hold on, let me see if I
July 2021.
This fall in September, and what it showed is if we don't electrify our transportation,
I had to go back a minute. Here we go. This is me just trying to line up the shot.
Just let it go.
Well, it was a short, so it kept.
So I'm on the oversight
There we go.
committee, you might know, and that is where we did a study recently this fall in September, and what it showed is if we don't electrify our transportation sector, that we're going to lose more than 500,000 Californians dying prematurely to air pollution and other problems, and the state could lose. Get out of my fucking shot!
Holy moly.
It's not that it's electric vehicles, it's that if we don't make a commitment to the Paris Climate Accord.
Okay, it does. Okay, you also were in my shot before that. Stay out of my shot. Okay, I'm going to start again with electric vehicles saving us money. Perfect. Okay.
Yeah, she's a fucking lunatic, this chick. Well, what a way to treat the actual people that work for you. You know?
Shouts at staffer.
I don't get it. I don't understand. You're trying, and then she's got to know what's being recorded. You can't be that stupid. You know what? Well, she looks
was
that stupid.
recording.
She was recording.
But she
doing
was
a video.
talking to somebody. I don't know who she was talking to. If you heard a little response.
Yeah, but she said, I'm
At
going
the
to
end.
start again. She knows she's being recorded.
Right.
She's
Yeah, so why would
doing a
you act like
soundbite.
that in front of somebody that you know is recording you that's going to have a copy of what you just said?
I don't know if there was somebody sitting in front of her recording or if she had the camera on like one of those things where you,
Like a Zoom thing or something?
well, like a selfie thing.
Well, she could have, but but someone answered her when she said that. I'm going to start over. She was okay.
It might have been that lady though who's in her shot.
No, it was different.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it was coming from the front.
Okay.
Because she was very pleasant to that person.
Oh,
apparently.
pleasant.
And then they also brought up some, she got divorced. It might have been around the same time, like 21, 22.
Shocking.
It was 4 years ago.
Apparently, in the divorce paperwork, they brought up a situation where she took boiling potatoes and dumped it over her husband's head.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, do we know
At
what?
his request?
Do we know
I
like
don't
what the
think it was
context
Ed's
was though? Like, did she like catch him cheating and then she like finds out and throws boiled potatoes on his head?
I just think she's a lunatic.
But that's
I
not.
think
We're not
that's-
disputing that. but
That might be one of the
Well,
main
none of us
reasons.
are voting for her. So.
Well, no, it's true, but it's Nabil didn't even know who she was.
I don't know.
Well, he doesn't need to. She's in California.
Well, she might be on the national stage at some point. You don't know
He'll
that.
know her by then.
Well, yeah,
maybe.
I mean, the same thing with Palin, right? Like, I didn't know Palin when she was Alaskan governor, but when she got like tapped for a VP spot, like, okay, now you start looking at these people.
But I just wanted to point out what a fucking lunatic this person is, and that's the front runner in California. I'm not sure what other Democrats are running out there.
Gavin Newsom.
Well, he's got his eye on the presidency.
So he's out. He's
So they didn't even mention his name actually.
sure. Well, maybe he told him not to.
Oh, maybe I don't know, but yeah, like I said, she's a nut job. Typical Democrat liberal.
We have no idea either. I mean, she's acting like this. She could completely blow up and be nothing by the time the election comes around.
Well, maybe.
You know what I mean?
And because of podcasts like this, people are getting the word out that she's a nut job. So maybe our viewers in
we have a lot
California
of California viewers.
This
don't
is
good.
governor races are what they come at the same time as the midterm, so that's coming up, right? It's because it's
Is it November?
2026 isn't it midterm?
A lot of, I don't know if all of them are. Man, maybe I don't know.
This seems awful
Not,
late if she just.
not all. It's usually like they alternate. Like some
Yeah,
happen at the same time as
some are-
presidency. Some
right.
some are the alternating years.
What's the term of a governor? Is it 6 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe. I don't know. That'll be an interesting to see how that plays. I'd like to see, hopefully they have a few debates.
It would probably be for her then if she's on
It's
the
a
ticket now.
2026
Yeah, so
gubernatorial
she'd be
election,
on
so
the
it's
docket next
a
November.
year from November, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some debates with her and the other
I was
Democrats.
going to say, I thought this was
we
awful
can-
last minute.
It's something to keep an eye on for, as the year progresses.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be fun to watch. I think I'd just to see the other, even
Yeah.
just her own party.
Whether to
use this kind of
see
stuff
like if
against
she
her.
like dovetails and like somehow fixes it, or if she kind of just piles on and does more.
Realistically, if I'm in her shoes with all the shit that's out now, I would just be like, yeah, I'm a bitch, but I'm going to take care of your ass too in this state.
And
That's how I get things done.
that's one way to look
I
at
keep
it.
my staffers in line. I'm going to keep everybody in line when I'm elected the governor of the state.
Yikes.
Lean into it. Why wouldn't you? In this day and age, I'm sure they'd love her.
I mean, that's the whole appeal for Trump, right? Like he says whatever he's thinking and doesn't hold back.
Yeah.
You know.
Kind of like some people on this podcast.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Art, you need to get a little bit less in our faces.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You say so much in such anger,
I
such passion.
do get riled up.
You make Mark
a lot of
uncomfortable.
passion. Yeah. Well, he does that, and just in general, mostly women, but our Mark too. Yeah, obviously. Well, another topic hot in the news are the ICE raids going on around the country. I don't know if you can hear that through the microphone, but we got a new dog a couple days ago.
I can hear it.
You can hear it.
Well, I can hear it outside the microphone.
Does she do that at night?
No, well, because
'Cause you guys are
She's
home.
alone.
No, she sleeps in the bed
And she's alone right now.
only when she's alone.
I get it.
Yeah.
Well, she's scared.
Yeah.
You rescued her.
Yeah, we did. Now she occupies 3/4 of the bed, and I only had a quarter to begin with, so it doesn't bode well for me.
It bodes well.
Tina knows what it's like.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, living it now.
There you go.
Living it. But the ICE raids, they're going on all over major cities around the country. Most notably currently is in Portland. Have you guys
You
seen?
talking about ICE or the National Guard?
Ice.
Well, both.
Oh.
Yeah. they're
Well,
both
I
there.
don't know. I'm just saying ICE.
Well, we can work the National Guard in too if you'd like.
Sure.
All right. So, what are your guys' thoughts on this?
Portland?
Portland or just National Guard being in these major cities in general?
Well, we've
and-
talked about that before. I have no
Has
problem with
anything
it.
changed? Since,
I have nothing. I mean, I feel like
I'd feel some kind of way if I got, I did one tour guard and I would not want to have that as part of my duty.
Would you rather have that, or would you rather be in the prisons like they're doing now?
well, I'm sure the National Guardsmen aren't crazy about this. It's not an easy job for them.
I would rather have that than the prisons, but I'm just,
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't like either, but also you do what you're told and you suck it up.
But at least the prisons, they're probably going home at night. They're local. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
A lot of them are probably
Well,
local.
a lot of
Or
them are
these
staying at-
guys.
Well, no, they're
Are
probably
from
getting,
other states,
they're probably
aren't
getting
they?
put up in
They're
hotels.
staying at hotels right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
Because they're actually the one we went to not too long ago to get our bus to go down to the city. They had a whole setup for those guys in the mornings. They can get up and get their specific meals.
Yeah.
They actually had them separated from everybody else's.
MREs.
They weren't MREs. They were actually, it was hotel food.
No.
But it was a nice high end meal that they were getting.
Yeah.
Which is nice. But I think they're doing a fantastic job throughout the country. Now, if you watch any of the protests, these people are lunatics. Did you guys watch any of that at all?
No.
See
I
any of
haven't
the
seen
protest
that. I
footage?
haven't really. I mean, I see the articles about it, and stuff. I haven't paid really.
Here's the
attention.
thing. Here's the thing I would say, right? And I think I would feel the exact same way if it was happening like right here. Who likes the idea of like armed forces of any kind standing in your city? Doesn't matter what they tell you the reason is, right? It doesn't feel good.
Well, what kind of a city would you have to live in where that was necessary?
Right.
Right.
But like, you're you're an average Joe, you're trying to live your life, you're trying to drop your kids at soccer, you're trying to go to work or whatever, and you're seeing this stuff and you're not part of why they're there. Right. It's going to feel shitty.
A lot of the people they're interviewing said they love having them there.
I mean, maybe it gives them a sense of security.
Let me rephrase that. A lot of the locals that actually live in these neighborhoods,
Yeah.
that aren't out there protesting in the streets
Sure.
or that are paid to protest in the streets.
Yeah.
The people that live there, a lot of the interviews, I'd say a large majority of the ones I've seen are very positive.
I think
on the fact they're there.
I think if I was one of the ones getting interviewed, I would say something about like kind of what you just said, like what sort of state is my city in that this is the case, and like I wouldn't be mad at the guard per se, but I'd be like, this is shitty that this is what it's come to.
Right.
Like that. That's why I would feel bad, not like, oh, fuck you, guard.
Right. Well, that's how a lot of the protesters are. But there's this
because there's a tipping point for some people where they they can't be rational about it, and then they're like, you're the reason this is happening, and they're taking it out on that.
Well, I think a lot of the people that have a lot of animosity towards them aren't even people that live in those neighborhoods. because there's I think we've brought it up before, the Nate Friedman show.
Maybe.
Where he's got a YouTube channel, does a like on the man on the street type of
Yeah,
interview,
yeah.
and he goes to every major rally and protest around the country, and it's the same people.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if they're in Washington and Florida and Carolina and New York. The same people are at every single one of these rallies. So he does a deep dive on them.
Now,
finds out who they work for and how much they're getting paid to do it.
Is
There's
there
quite a few.
anything that says that they can't protest in other cities than what they
No,
live?
absolutely not.
No.
Okay.
But I think the point that they're making and that he's making is that these people are paid to be there. They don't have any stake in the game. They have no shit in the game. So they're getting $100,000 a year to go around the
Shit,
country.
man, I'd love to get paid to do that
Well,
too, because at
you
least
can
then I'm
sign
not
up.
spending my own money like to go somewhere.
Well, they wouldn't because they don't care about the issues as much as they care about their paycheck. And then anytime anybody is going around to interview some of the actual protesters, these are a lot of the videos I watch. You can see somebody from
like the
that paid
other
protest group come up to those people and try to do everything they can to prevent that interview. It's disgusting.
well, because they would probably be getting like a local insider perspective instead of them.
Or finding out that, yes, this person is paid to be here. They don't really care about what's actually going on in your city. Because Portland, wasn't that the one that had that, was it the autonomous zone or something? Where they sectioned off blocks of the city and didn't allow the police to come in, didn't allow medical care to come in.
I don't know.
pretty
I
sure
don't
it
know
was.
about
No,
that.
I didn't hear that.
I can't.
that
I
was
can't comment on
that was
all.
mostly during the BLM riots.
Yeah.
But
So
I
then
think
now-
they sectioned off. Well, they had
In
portions of the
2025?
country or portions of the city where people were not allowed to go. Including,
year?
they actually shut down a police station
Mm-hmm.
that was inside that zone because the people that were protesting and rioting wouldn't allow the police to go to that police station.
Right.
I just think that type of behavior is absolutely disgusting, and that is the type of behavior that justifies the National Guard being there as well.
As long as they're there to serve and protect.
Yeah, I agree completely.
Yeah, I haven't heard any trouble that the guardsmen themselves have caused anywhere. So.
No.
There's a few
no.
things that people have bitched about, like excessive uses of force and things like that. But
I'm sure it was reactionary more than anything.
that's the thing. A lot of the videos you see on the news are the portion of where the guard actually uses the force. That doesn't show the 10 seconds of what led up to that point.
yeah.
Like there was one guy that I saw protesting that spit in their face. They cut that whole part out and just showed the guard bringing them down.
Nice.
So I don't know. That's just disgusting behavior, and I love, and I mean, that's what it brings me joy, watching them just demolish some nasty, disgusting protesters and just putting zip cuffs on them. And then there was another story actually going around not too long ago that they were zip tying children. Did you see anything about that?
No.
Yeah, that was a big thing with the liberal media, and the one video that they kept showing over and over again. And I watched it, and I'm like, oh my God, why would you do that to a child? So I did a little more research
Is
on
it
it.
a woman?
No, it was a black guardsman, and he had probably like a 2 or 3 year old in front of him. He turned him around, put zip ties on him, was walking, and that was the only part of the video they showed. The rest of it is that's that kid's father, and they were screwing around in a parking lot. So he had a son, he was just messing with him, arresting him, that type of thing, and that was what they ran with to push that narrative.
Probably shouldn't be doing that
Well,
anyway.
it's your kid. You can play around with your kid. He's
When you're
2 or 3 years old.
working,
Yeah.
was
Well,
working?
especially
No, he was in his uniform.
Especially when you know there's
his
cameras
apartment
everywhere,
complex.
though.
Well, who cares? So you can't play with your kid outside, and you can't play like I don't know, Cowboys and Indians or whatever.
Well, I'm sure
Guess
the
what?
National Guard would say, "Don't do that in your uniform."
Guess what though?
I mean,
he's
right?
allowed.
Maybe I have no idea.
That's what corrections
Ask
would
the
tell
National
you
Guard.
if you were doing something in your uniform and were
freedom
on
to
the
play with
news.
his kids, but freedom of consequences too.
There shouldn't be any consequences. The problem was the
Well-
media took that narrative, clipped out the one section they
Yeah.
needed, and pushed the narrative.
Yeah, that's
but we can't say
we're not
that.
arguing
People
with you
aren't
on that.
upset about the fact that he did that with his kid.
Right.
People got upset about the fact they thought the National Guard was zip
going on
tying
with zip-tying
children,
kids.
Right.
which
Sure.
is stupid.
It is, but like you can't say the freedom of consequences thing for the other stuff and let it slide for the things.
As far
we
as
like.
what? I don't. I guess I
He's
don't.
saying
I don't
he's got to
understand
use
what
his
you're saying.
head out in
Yeah,
public.
yeah.
Well,
he was in.
Your
actually,
National Guard. You're at a flashpoint in the
He was
country where
in his-
tensions are high. You shouldn't probably
it's-
be doing something
it's just
that
a
looks
common
so
sense
bad.
It doesn't
Nothing
look
wrong
bad.
with
It
it.
doesn't look bad unless you take that narrative, cut out the main part of it,
And that's
then
what happened.
broadcast
That's what
it.
happened.
But you can do that about anything. So anything you do in public can be viewed as bad.
100%.
Well, yes. Yeah.
So you shouldn't do anything in public anymore.
No, but he's representing the National Guard. He's in his uniform.
Okay.
He shouldn't probably be doing that. I
it's
don't know
more
why
like-
you're getting mad about
yeah,
that.
it's
I'm
more
getting
like
mad. I'm just saying I don't
he
understand
should-
your perspective.
he
you
should
should see
know.
your face. Tell your face because your face is mad.
You got to see your face.
It's just one
I
of those
just
things
disagree.
where we're not saying that he's not allowed to do stuff in public.
Right,
We're just
absolutely.
saying understand that like somebody could do.
Well, you're
could
saying
put you out of context.
consequences for him, and there shouldn't be any because he didn't do anything wrong.
It's
It's just appearance.
Right.
Okay, and that's the media's fault. So we should be blaming all of this on the media
you
for
are.
portraying it.
But
So
if
you're
you-
doing a
but if
good
you
job.
didn't
Not me
do
or
it-
you. Are you blaming it on the media?
Well, I didn't see it. But
watch
I'm
it.
just saying the guy probably should use his head, and
If
if
he
he's in
didn't-
uniform,
Yeah, if he didn't do it, it wouldn't happen.
that's probably
right?
not a good look.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he can't play with his kid.
I guess the whole point of this was people really need to do some homework and not jump to conclusions. And the main
Could definitely say that
problem,
about
Absolutely,
everything. Sure.
yeah.
the main problem are people, especially particularly on the left, liberals are very stupid and they won't do that. They'll see something. And the fact that the media is allowed to do that is also another problem.
Now, what if? Now, here's a good example for you, though, right? What if we saw something like this lady who was just on here, and I do believe that this was like 100% real. But what if they cut out they only showed her talking to the lady for the interview, and then they'd extended it a little bit, and they said, why don't we like play this like you're getting mad or whatever, and it turned out it was all a joke, right? Anything could, like you said, look bad when you cut it in the right way.
Well, that one chick, the Katie Porter you're talking about, they actually interviewed some of her staffers, and they said she's a horrible person.
Again, like
Oh,
I
you
said,
could tell just
like
by
I said,
those
I
couple.
know that
Oh,
that
yeah.
was probably real, but
Right.
like what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, and then like I said, if that is what happened and the media took it out of context, I would
they
have
could
a.
do- they
I
could
don't
do
care
it
if Fox News does. If they take something
Sure.
like that out of context, I got a major
That's a
problem.
whole
with that.
set. Yes, that's different. I'm sure that those people should be dealt with.
100% to be
Summarily?
dealt with.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about the people
In
at
Ohio?
If you purposely edit something
Yeah.
to confuse people and
Yeah.
make it look opposite than what it was, or
Sure. Oh yeah, that happens all
way
the time.
worse
To sell a narrative.
So they should be. They could
Taken to
face
Ohio.
consequences for that.
You know it's still in the books in Ohio, right?
What's that?
Firing squad. You
For
can still-
video.
No, you can choose it as a method of death. When you're dying.
Oh. So if I had cancer, I could choose a firing squad.
I mean, if you're in jail with cancer, yeah.
Well, you said when you're dying.
Well, it'd be like death row.
Yeah, I know.
Death row.
I know what you meant. I'm just kidding.
See, out of context.
Why are you taking shit out of context?
Yeah, Art.
Sorry.
It's ridiculous.
Sue me.
But yeah, like I said, I have no problem with ICE and or the National Guard being in these cities. I think they're doing a great job. And what you haven't heard anything in Washington. It's been quiet since they've been there. They did a bang up job, and I think they should expand that. Personally, get to all these cities.
National Guard?
Yeah,
They are.
go to every friggin' major city that's a shithole right now. And
The only
fix
thing
that
is,
shit.
it costs a lot of money to do this too. I know, but people worry about
someone's gotta
spending,
pay for
and then, you say, well, we're worried about spending money, but
We're gonna pay for it.
we'll activate hundreds of
Well,
thousands
I
of
think
National
it's,
Guardmen.
I'm
around
worried
the
about
country.
spending money on ridiculous things like seeing the mating rituals of dolphins in the southwestern United States that they spend millions of dollars on, or some a mouse study, or some gay parades in another country. Like, did we bring that up with the budget talks? Did we talk about the budget at all?
No.
And the reasons the Democrats are, I think that might have been a conversation I had on Facebook with somebody.
Yeah.
But what's that Kennedy guy, the senator?
Robert Kennedy, the
No. I think it's actual John, maybe John Kennedy. You know that one I'm talking about, that it's always in the press?
I'm not sure.
Well, he brought up a list of things that Democrats had in that they took out, and some of the things were absurd. And they're like, these are the things that they're pushing to be in the budget, and that's one of the reasons they won't vote for the budget. And that's why there's a government shutdown right now.
oh nice.
Did you guys have any more on the ICE or National Guard? We're
No,
kind
I
of doing
mean,
a little quick
I think,
summary,
I think you buried the lead on the major thing we haven't talked about yet,
which is the government shutdown.
no,
Oh,
the prisoner exchange and the peace talks.
you want to do that?
I mean, that's very topical.
was
That's like
yeah,
last night into today.
Yeah, that was, and so there's a tentative, or there's a peace treaty, phase 1 they call it right now.
Yes,
Yeah,
there's
they were signing it this morning.
yes.
And so that was basically a
Between
prisoner
whom and whom?
exchange between Hamas and Israel.
Hamas.
Yep. And it was basically fully release all your hostages.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe part of it had to do with Hamas disarming.
Sure.
that
And
part
so,
of
what
phase
does
one?
Hamas get out of the deal? Because that sounds like they're giving
Well,
up
they
a
were
lot.
getting.
They were getting-
their
they're-
Israeli
they're-
forces were going to pull back a certain amount.
Okay.
I forget. There's lines and everything. It was like not as far as they wanted them to pull back, but it was a compromise. So,
Okay.
so they got them to pull back, and they wanted to release the hostages a few at a time, always. But in this deal, it was supposed to be at least all of the living hostages were all supposed to be released today.
Well, how do you have a
And I
non-living
believe they
hostage?
all were.
Killed 'em.
Well, there's dead. There
Yeah,
are
but-
dead hostages.
There's a
Well,
lot.
I mean, I don't know if
there's,
it's still called a hostage, but
It's in the hundreds.
Yeah, but
There's
I
still
just,
hostage.
I guess I just,
Yeah.
Technically.
feel like like the whole point of like when you take a hostage, right? Is like if you don't do what I say, I'm going to kill
Right,
you.
and
So
that's what they have been doing.
If you kill them, then where's your negotiating leverage?
they still had live ones. They
Yeah.
didn't
Okay,
kill
well,
them all.
yeah, the live one, sure. I just meant like you're-
I'm sure the families of the
No,
ones
there are
that
a lot
they
of
murdered
there are a lot
Of course.
murdered hostages.
I think that would be more like the return of deceased, whatever. I guess hostages.
There's,
Yeah.
like you said, there's still hostages just because they're not
yeah,
alive.
yeah.
But that was a huge win for Trump.
Yeah.
Honestly, he
That
got
was a
that
big
done.
one.
As long as it goes through without a hitch.
Well, I think there's always going to be a hitch at some point
Yeah.
here or there.
Well, that's the
Like,
hope,
as
though,
far as
that you
getting
make
all the hostages
deal-
released, that was huge.
Like they're calling this a peace treaty, but like Benjamin Netanyahu said that
Maybe?
there is now no peace yet.
Yeah, right.
He's hoping for peace, but it's not yet.
This is just basically a hostage exchange and a disarmament.
Anything could go wrong, and tensions. I mean, it's been going on for 2,500
So-
years at least.
As of 1 hour ago, all the living Israeli hostages were freed.
Yes. Mhm.
So that is a big win for Trump, like
That's
he
huge.
said.
Oh yeah, the whole thing.
And what's really sad is you won't even get Democrat. There are a few that
Well,
have
no,
said
I
he did a
think
good job,
everybody is saying.
but there are still quite a few that won't give him
Yes,
credit for it.
yeah.
They said this has been in the works for a long time, and we're like, since when? This 100% would not have gotten done if Donald Trump didn't do it. Period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Absolutely.
There's no way on earth Joe Biden was getting this done. Because this actually, the worst part of this started during his administration. And now they can't even
Well, it had
bring
nothing to do
themselves.
with our politics in America.
Absolutely
though.
does. If you're in
I
another
don't know,
country and you have a
saying
weak president in this country,
What I'm saying is this hostage taking by Hamas in October 7th
can't
of
say that.
2020. You saying that when this happened, it was because of Joe Biden?
yeah.
Oh no, that's stupid.
What do you mean it's stupid?
That's-
If you have a president in
So
a country that you fear
all
the
of
most,
the troubles in the Middle East go back to Joe Biden.
no, all of this
The 2,000 years of
the
fighting
current
in the Middle
situation
East.
that we're in, October 7th, as the example,
Yes.
would not have happened if Joe Biden was in office. If he was not in office, that would not have happened.
Why?
Because
I mean, what is the?
because
He's
nobody
saying that-
feared Joe Biden.
He's saying
nobody
that
was worried
he
about
couldn't get the deal
repercussions.
done.
No, that's different.
I think that's what he's
I don't
That's,
think.
no, it's true now, but he's saying that I guarantee that if Trump were in office during those years, this would not have happened. In the
So
first
does
place.
Trump.
Yeah, I think anybody with common sense.
Well,
would think
that's
that.
fine.
You can say that's fine.
I don't know because I can't.
But,
we
but
don't-
you're making a point right now, and your point doesn't make any sense.
All I'm saying is there's been fighting in the Middle East for 2,000
Okay.
years.
And
now
that's fine.
you're saying that when Trump's in office, there would never be any fighting.
I didn't say would never be any.
Hold on.
I'm saying the situation I'm saying how Hamas felt empowered to do what they did was because Joe Biden was in office and Donald Trump was not in office. Period.
Okay.
But we don't know.
3 minutes
Neither
ago.
exactly.
Right.
3
Yeah.
minutes ago, Trump arrived in Egypt to Sharm el Sheikh. It's a resort city in Egypt.
Yes.
Where he is signing this deal with representatives from Israel and Hamas. And they started this in the same place last week when the deal was first getting
Well, he
you know,
was
off
in
the ground.
Israel this morning.
Yes, but
Now he's in
they're saying
Egypt.
as of 3 minutes ago he landed in Egypt.
Yes.
So, and this is coverage by CNN.
Yeah.
Right. No,
So they're-
CNN has been significantly better as far as their balanced coverages.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
Significantly better.
Yeah. I mean, when you Google it,
MSNBC is still a nightmare.
everybody's saying something about this when it starts on Google. I got NBC, Fox, New York Times, AP News,
Sure.
Times. They're all saying something. BBC,
BBC.
Yeah.
Sky News Australia. They're all in on this one.
The Guardian.
Yeah, well, this is world news. I mean,
Right.
This is
This is
huge.
huge.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
And people say Trump's an egomaniac, which kind of he is. I'll concede that. But as far as him deserving a Nobel Peace Prize for this, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Well, not Netanyahu said he's going to put him in for it. I guess I don't know how that works, but
And it's a nomination thing. So
Yeah, like a nominated
he'll go
members of the
to
committee.
nominate him.
he'll go to what is it, Sweden, and ask for him to be nominated.
I don't know if you should be there anymore. If you're listening, Trump, let's get it out of Sweden.
Hopefully,
Bunch of lunatics.
hopefully,
out
if
there.
they give it to him, he takes the money and converts it to an IKEA gift card. Get some Swedish meatballs out of the deal.
That's weird, dude. That's weird.
Sweden.
No, I don't like Sweden.
Well,
Not a fan.
They got an
That's-
IKEA opening up very, very soon near us, so better get used to it.
That Raised Without Gender video we watched, Sweden.
Okay, and
Well, that was two
Lunatics.
people, and one was
Lunatics.
American.
And they came up with their own name for
that-
gender.
by that logic, the rest of the world should think we're weak because Joe Biden was weak.
He was weak. They did. That's why a lot of the stuff happened in the world that happened.
Yeah, but Donald
just
Trump
getting
isn't
them going
American,
now.
so is Donald Trump weak because Joe Biden was weak? It doesn't. You can't broad brush.
That isn't a broad brush.
You just didn't.
I'm saying
You
a
just
lot
said
of the.
that Sweden, the whole thing is because of
Well,
that
that-
one family we just saw in a video.
That's not. That's their nonsense over there. That's not a war.
Their meatballs are still good.
I guess. I'd rather have a nice Italian meatball. But whatever.
They're different. They're not the same.
Exactly. They aren't the same.
Yeah, you could have.
But,
them
my
both.
whole point was that if Trump was in office, I think that the whole thing would.
Well, that's a whole separate issue, but the peace deal is absolutely Trump.
Yep.
And I mean, this was
factually-
one of the most human
things he's
moments
done.
for him too. This is when he's really, I won't say humble because he still takes a lot of credit and stuff,
Yeah.
but it's something that means a lot to him, and that you knew it
Well,
did,
and to other people.
Yeah.
Well, oh yeah, but I mean, for him, he worked very hard on this.
Well, this
peace
is
deal.
what, the seventh or eighth peace treaty he's had his hands in some way, shape, or form around the globe.
I've had the most
I
peace
don't know.
treaties. Nobody's
I mean,
ever
I
had
hear
as many
that a
peace
lot. I
treaties
don't
as
know
me.
if the numbers are all right.
There's a list there.
I see the people from those countries,
I'm not
the
on this.
leaders from those countries,
Other
kind of
people that are on
chuckling at
this.
him that he had nothing
I'd
to
like
do with their
to see
peace
a video of that.
It was at the, I don't know, I have to find because I
Is
don't
it the
remember
UN?
what countries it was now.
They were giggling after.
They were
this,
on a
like,
hot mic.
Yeah, it was the UN.
Yeah. And
I mean, we all know how their hot mics have been lately.
If they were working.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, big deal. Huge deal for Trump. Nailed it. Let's see. How about the country actually come together and give him a little credit on
A
this
big,
one?
beautiful deal.
Yeah. There was also a little clip of the Vice President interviewing with George Stephanopoulos. Did
Yeah.
you see any of that?
No.
Oh, boy. All right. I actually got that queued up.
Oh, Stephanopoulos.
Yeah.
was someone interviewing him or him interviewing?
Stephanopoulos was interviewing JD Vance. Let's just
Oh, I did hear. I didn't see the interview.
let's watch it and then watch how it ends. This is
Hello, Mr. Vance.
It's pretty funny.
Oh.
Hopefully.
Are we going to show this part?
No, well, there's no sound. I could probably edit
On the
this
video,
out, but
I mean.
we're still going to be staring at it like idiots.
It's a nice circle.
Oh, thank you. Oh, it's not going to play now. You son of a bitch.
It's got a red X.
I don't know why YouTube does that to me. We were just playing videos.
Just the same
off of
thing
this.
that happened before?
Yeah. I don't get it, man. I don't know why it does that sometimes.
Because of the Stephanopoulos.
Oh, wait a minute.
I don't know
this
what
it?
tape
There we
you're
go.
referring to, George. I saw media reports that Tom Homan accepted a bribe. There's no evidence of that. And here's, George, why fewer and fewer people watch your program and why you're losing credibility. Because you're talking for now 5 minutes with the Vice President of the United States about this story regarding Tom Homan, a story that I've read about, but I don't even know the video that you're talking about. Meanwhile, low-income women can't get food because the Democrats and Chuck Schumer have shut down the government.
The truth hurts, doesn't it, Habsburg?
What is
Right
that?
now, we're trying to figure out how to pay our troops because Chuck Schumer has shut down the government. You are focused on a bogus story. You're insinuating criminal wrongdoing against a guy who has done nothing wrong instead of focusing on the fact that our country is struggling because our government's shut down.
What are you running from? Huh? You're running away from the truth.
Let's talk about the real issues, George. I think the American people would benefit much more from that than from you going down some weird left-wing rabbit hole where the facts clearly show that Tom Homan didn't engage in any criminal wrongdoing.
It's not a weird left-wing rabbit hole. I didn't insinuate anything. I asked you whether Tom Homan accepted $50,000,
He's mad.
as was heard on an audio tape recorded by the FBI in September 2024, and you did not answer the question. Thank you for your time this morning.
I mean,
No,
And actually, he just
I said
cuts
that
the
I don't
video off
Next,
completely.
be right back.
I'm
Right
okay
there,
with
Will.
that.
That was embarrassing for Stephanopoulos.
I don't know. I mean, so why is
Because he
why is a
didn't do
recording by the
anything.
FBI not credible?
Instead of,
Yeah.
because he's making it up.
So there's no recording from the FBI?
I don't know.
There is no. Everything I've heard, there is.
I mean,
and all they want to know is
Let's
if
find
he
out.
did accept the money.
And he already said
Did he
there's
pay
no-
taxes on
He
it?
already said there's
Now,
no
here's the thing.
evidence of
Now,
it.
here's the thing, right?
So he did answer the question, technically.
Here's the thing. So there can be a recording from the FBI while also not having proof that he accepted a bribe. But you know what I mean? If they have a recording, they have a starting point to ask the question.
I think the whole point of this whole thing was that he cut off the vice president and just went to commercial immediately.
I mean, that part.
Okay, good enough. Yep, bye-bye.
That part I'm okay with.
Have a nice day. I got a problem with that. You got the vice president of the United States on a major news network doing an interview, and you're going to stop him from talking, cut him off, and just cut his video feed?
He let him say his full thought before he responded.
He cut him off mid-sentence.
No,
did you watch the end of it?
Yeah. But before that, like, he let him say his whole thing about the rabbit hole and all that. He didn't speak at all during that, right?
Right. No, he didn't let him talk, but I'm saying how it ended was embarrassing for him and the news station.
Oh, boy.
Well, he's had a major problem with
Stephanopoulos.
Republicans in general, I think, this guy, Stephanopoulos. Oh, boy.
That dog sounds like a monkey right now.
He's getting all fired up there. And what else happened? We got some CNY topics. I guess we can throw that in. Do you have anything locally to talk about? Didn't you have a national news you wanted to? You said something last Wednesday about having a topic.
It wasn't national though. It was talking about the cell phone thing. That's more local because it says our state.
Yeah, let's save that for a CNY segment.
Oh, for the schools.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have any other national media topics you'd like to discuss?
I think we hit all the big ones.
All the big ones. We didn't go into too much depth on them, but I think we hit them pretty good. There's a lot more to each one of them, but like I said previously, our average viewership is 8 minutes, so they're not going to stay for the whole thing anyway.
Stephanopoulos.
Ugh, fuck Stephanopoulos. Freak. Greek, or I said freak.
I know, but that name is also Greek, I think.
Oh, so he's a Greek freak. Well, there it is. Hey-o! All right, see you on the next one. Thank you for watching Two Studs and a Dud. Please like, subscribe, and share this video.